The WWE Rewind, presented by Just for Men for Mustache and Beard. Keep your edge.
And now we get underway with what has been an exciting rivalry over the past couple of months. Sheamus and John Morrison.
No!
You got to admire the fight in John Morrison.
No!
Great counter by Sheamus.
Oh, got caught.
Oh, and again to the steel steps. Sheamus just punishing Morrison. Look at that! Using part of the ring as a weapon. And now Morrison.
Right to the face.
This could be it. Does he have enough here? 2 count. Got him, and he got him.
What a victory.
The resolve of John Morrison yet again, and talk about creative offense. And we are back on Monday Night Raw with the Prince of Parkour here live in Little Rock.
This contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Los Angeles, California, weighing 224 pounds, John Morrison.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have learned a lot about John Morrison in recent weeks. He is an absolutely phenomenal athlete. And we've also learned that this star just won't quit.
I am John Morrison.
One of the most dynamic superstars in the WWE today.
A unique style. The guru of greatness.
The shaman of sexy.
The honcho of hotness.
Look at this! Starship Pay connecting! Oh my! Morrison from up top! Don't blink, you will miss something.
You never know what's coming next from this young man.
Morrison has got so many tricks in his bag.
I am John Morrison.
Wow. That man like a human highlight reel. He is on a major roll. Fun to watch.
Confidence building weekly.
And his opponent being accompanied to the ring by the Bella Twins from Aberdeen, Washington. Weighing 192 pounds, he is the United States champion, Daniel Bryan.
I was reading today that Daniel Bryan won the Golden Globe for Score of the Year. How boring is this guy?
What do you mean, how boring? You know what? Him, you gotta at least love the Bellas.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, to solve the hardest crimes, hire the smartest criminal. Don't miss the return of all new episodes of White Collar at 10, 9 Central on USA Network. For more information, go to whitecollar.usanetwork.com. So try to explain this to me. You are the guru of all divas, King. What on earth do Nikki and Brie Bella see in Daniel Bryan? It's hard to believe one of them would be interested in the guy, but 2 of them?
Jealous.
Excuse me.
Jealous? Yeah, you sound so jealous.
Oh, come on.
What are you talking about?
Going to be a phenomenal matchup here. Daniel Bryan, the United States champion, versus John Morrison, here live tonight on Monday Night Raw. And what a night it's been so far, ladies and gentlemen. Huge news here tonight. We found out that in 2 weeks in Boston, it is going to be the biggest Royal Rumble match in history. For the first time ever, 40 superstars will participate in that event. And I guarantee both these two gentlemen will be involved in that matchup.
Can you imagine 40? Well, the winner is going to have to outlast 39 other superstars. That's unthinkable.
Oh, it'll be the greatest accomplishment ever for the superstar who's able to do that. And of course, whoever wins the Royal Rumble match, the opportunity to battle either the WWE Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion in the main event at WrestleMania. And John Morrison and Daniel Bryan, nice drop kick to the chin, and Morrison in trouble early. And Daniel Bryan, who loves to fly as well. And a standoff. Stalemate. Morrison and Bryan evenly matched thus far. Who will gain the upper hand when we return live to Monday Night Raw? We are back live, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday Night Raw. Great matchup between John Morrison and the United States champion, Daniel Bryan, here tonight as the Bellas, of course, some weird relationship with Daniel Bryan's going on here, and cheering Bryan on.
So in other words, it's a pretty strange relationship. They're pretty and you think Daniel Bryan's strange or what?
Well, I just think that it's funny that a boring nerd can actually find a hot girl to hang out with him, let alone 2 of them.
You don't know who he is when you're not looking.
And John Morrison,
Oh, boy.
the Prince of Parkour. The high-octane offensive style going for Starship Pain, but Bryan rolls out of the way, and this could be the opening that Daniel Bryan needs.
Well, Morrison may have made a mistake there. Took a little long, glancing back. And oh, no!
The one thing about Daniel Bryan, you cannot give Daniel Bryan an opening like he has here. Bryan going for a big win here. Putting the leg on Morrison and a kick out at two.
Whoa.
And again, the guts of John Morrison coming through yet again. And that's what we've learned about Morrison in recent weeks, King. He's got a hell of a lot of heart.
Boy, I'm telling you, I never thought he would be able to kick out of that. I thought John Morrison was out. Look at this!
Oh, what a collision!
Oh. Both superstars thinking the same thing. Cross body blocks. Major crash.
And now the referee begins the count. One of these superstars must make it to his feet before the count of 10.
Oh, that could be some cracked ribs. Watch and listen to this impact here. Oh, man.
And both Morrison and Bryan somehow back to their feet. The slugfest continues. John Morrison, who was involved in an incredible match for the WWE Championship Falls Count Anywhere a couple of weeks ago against The Miz. A great ladders match versus Sheamus last month at the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs pay-per-view. And Bryan, the United States champion.
What a counter by John Morrison.
And Morrison, how did he land?
Look at this counter.
And look at Bryan with the counter. And Morrison kicks out at two. And Daniel Bryan, look at this. And Morrison. And Daniel Bryan rolls through, misses wildly with a kick. Morrison looks up with Bryan away. Great counter again by Paul. Look at lapel lock.
This is great. Whoa!
Lapel lock time, the submission maneuver. Will Morrison tap out if Bryan can lock in the lapel lock?
John trying with all his might to block it. Is he going to be able to?
Yeah, Morrison realizing he's in trouble, somehow trying to stay away from the lapel lock, trying to scramble for the bottom rope.
He got that right arm free.
And John Morrison launching Daniel Bryan. And remember the ribs injured from earlier on in the matchup. Flash kick to the skull.
Come on, John. Gonna have to get a cover here.
And Morrison again with that running knee to the temple. Hook to the leg on Bryan. Morrison does it again.
The winner of this match, John Morrison.
What a classic. These two young men put it all on the line.
Great physical battle between Morrison and Daniel Bryan here tonight. But John Morrison continues what has been an incredible role here on Monday Night Raw.
Take a look one more time. John Morrison with a knee to the side of Daniel Bryan's head. And now there's some great sportsmanship right there. Whatever.
Uh-oh, now we're talking. King Sheamus, king of the ring. A real king, King Sheamus. At least he earned that moniker. Whatever.
You must think a lot of yourself, Morrison. But remember this, before you got to me, you were drowning in a pool of mediocrity. I forced you to take your game to another level. So in essence, I made you, and I can destroy you. Morrison, you're not in my league. And Daniel Bryan, you can take that look off your face, because neither of you, nobody is. And in 2 weeks, when I conquer 39 other WWE superstars to win the biggest Royal Rumble match in the history of the WWE, the whole world will know it too. Think about it. The Royal Rumble. It's a match designed for a king. And I vow not only to win the Royal Rumble, but to personally eliminate the both of you. So in essence, long live the king!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, in 2 weeks at the match. It may indeed be long live the king. Sheamus putting the WWE on notice here tonight.
I wouldn't bet against him.
The King of the Ring winner could be the Royal Rumble winner. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the new Nexus has been banned from ringside, but will it matter? We all witnessed last week what CM Punk is capable of, putting his apostles through brutal initiations. With that in mind, what does charismatic leader CM Punk have in store for John Cena live tonight?
And what about this? Randy Orton and Dolph Ziggler, the two #1 contenders for the WWE Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship at the Royal Rumble, going to collide head-to-head here on Raw next. You know, after teaming with Randy Orton last week and being victorious, I'm picking Randy Orton.